Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of 2nd Battalion, 46th Infantry Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Cale Brown.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to beautiful Fort Benning, Georgia, the graduation ceremony for Bravo Company, 2nd Battalion, 46th Infantry Regiment. I'd like to recognize some of our special guests up front. Colonel Ron Clark, commander of the 192nd Infantry Brigade, and his wife Simona. Thank you, sir, for being here. Command Sergeant Major Clyde Glenn, Command Sergeant Major of the 192nd Infantry Brigade. Always a pleasure, Sergeant Major. They brought with them two very special guests today. Gus Lee, a nationally renowned ethicist, leadership consultant, former corporate VP and author of, among others, the book Courage, The Backbone of Leadership. He's in town to talk to the cadre of this brigade on courageous leadership. Priscilla Locke, West Point class of 1980, the first class to graduate women. She's here, and later today she'll provide keynote remarks at the Post-Women History Month observance. Thank you both for being here. Colonel Al Schaffner is here today, and with me he's brought a delegation of 62 congressional staffers from districts from all over the United States who are touring the post and learn about what we do here at Fort Benning. Welcome to you all. Here to see their loved ones graduate today, we have Colonel Patzer, Colonel Adams, Lieutenant Colonel Shellstad, Lieutenant Colonel Dedeaux, Lieutenant Commander Ward, Lieutenant Commander Hopkins, Command Sergeant Major Embick, Command Sergeant Major Reed, Command Master Sergeant Hughes, Chief Warrant Officer Five Harris. Other distinguished guests, friends, and family members, welcome to today's graduation ceremony for Bravo Company, 2nd Battalion, 46th Infantry Regiment. And what a great day it is. The weather's beautiful, and we're here to recognize a very significant day in the lives of 217 great Americans who've completed basic combat training. Let me take a second to recognize the Maneuver Center of Excellence Band. You know, they add something really special to our ceremonies, and they do it day after day after day. So join me, if you would, in a round of applause for the MCU Band. Next, I'd like to recognize the family and friends of these fine soldiers, many of whom I feel like I already know from your avid participation on the Facebook page. It's been absolutely inspiring to see that kind of outpouring of love. It was fantastic to see so many of you at the meet and greet on Tuesday, and it's absolutely phenomenal to have you here today. Thank you for the encouragement that you've given these soldiers. I know it's meant a lot, so please give yourselves a hand. I'd like to congratulate also the drill sergeants of Bravo Company on the outstanding job they've done, and to offer my humble thanks. The changes the drill sergeants have made in the lives of these young men in 10 short weeks is nothing short of outstanding. Drill sergeants, you work so tirelessly, molding young men into soldiers, and you ask for very little in return. Thank you for what you've done for these soldiers. Thank you for what you do for our country every day. And now I just want to turn my attention to the soldiers on the field and share a couple of thoughts. A little more than 10 weeks ago, they swore to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies. And that's an oath that less than 1% of all Americans ever makes. And for some, the road that brings them to this point of choosing to join the Army is not a straight one. And for Private James Metter from Grandview, Washington, that journey began in 1962. That's right, I said 1962. He served for 10 years in the Air Force, including a deployment in support of Operation Desert Storm. After that, he served, left active service, served in the Army National Guard for 5 years, then got out. He's been a chef in a hospital for a while. In the interim, he married and raised 3 kids, ranging from 28 to 21 years old. So some 15 years after leaving the Army National Guard, he felt drawn to return to it. And though he second-guessed himself on day 2 and 3, he's standing proudly in the formation behind him. Kudos to you. But regardless of what came before, and all these soldiers have their individual stories, they are now brothers. The past 10 weeks have brought them together in a shared experience that they'll never forget. Together they've learned some very critical basic skills, the things that could save their lives or others one day. They've certified as combat lifesavers, demonstrating that they can give basic medical aid to preserve life. They've demonstrated that they can use their individual weapons effectively. In fact, 62% of this company achieved advanced ratings of expert or sharpshooter on the qualification record fire. And that's the best company in this battalion, and I'd wager it's among the best in all BC battalions. They've learned to operate machine guns, anti-tank missiles, grenade launchers. They've proven they can find their way with a compass and a map. They've also learned a lot about themselves. They've put aside fears to conquer the confidence obstacle course, the NBC chamber, and the rappel tower. And for some, those fears are substantial. I can remember one soldier who confessed to me at the rappel tower, "Sir, my body just locks up whenever I look over the side of the tower." And it happened 3 times that day. He didn't make it down the tower that day, but he didn't give up. And his cadre didn't give up on him either. They took him back about a week later, and he conquered the rappel tower. He's graduating today. Private Bell Thornton, I'm proud of you, brother. Ooh. These men have learned to put aside apparent differences and work together with their fellow soldiers. Whether it was on the buddy team live fire, or a squad rep contact drill, or just cleaning a latrine, they learned the value of teamwork. They've grown to accept and internalize the Army values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, personal courage. Those aren't just words on a placard to them anymore. They're a code. They're the non-negotiable terms upon which their lives are lived. Bulldogs, you've done a lot to be proud of. But don't get complacent. And don't think for a second that this is the last challenge you're going to face in the Army. There'll be plenty. Take what you've learned here and keep moving forward. Continue to challenge yourselves and set higher and higher goals. Because today's graduation, while it may seem like the end, it's just the beginning. Attack your next objective, whether that's AIT or OCS, with the same determination you've shown here, and you'll continue to succeed. And I wish you all the best. I pray that God continues to bless you, your families, and our nation. One force, one fight. Take the high ground. Lead to victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Soldier's Creed is the standard for all soldiers to live by. Soldier's Creed helps soldiers understand that despite very diverse backgrounds, all soldiers are warriors and members of a team. We invite all soldiers, both past and present, to stand and join us as the Soldier of the Cycle from Bravo Company, 2nd Battalion, 46th Infantry Regiment will lead his brothers in the Soldier's Creed.
The Soldier's Creed! The Soldier's Creed! I'm an American soldier! I'm an American soldier! I'm a warrior and member of a team! I'm a warrior and member of a team! I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values! I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values! I will always place the mission first! I will always place the mission first! I will never accept defeat! I will never accept defeat! I will never quit! I will never quit! I will never leave a fallen comrade! I will never leave a fallen comrade! I am disciplined, physically, mentally tough! I am disciplined, physically, mentally tough! Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills! Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills! I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself. I'm an expert and I'm a professional. I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy.